How do you become the best possible salesman? How do you become the greatest salesperson at your industry, in your unit, in your team, in your hierarchy? How do you find a way where you can outperform everybody? I'm going to spend a short period of time explaining to you exactly what I've done in the industries I've been in that I've sold. Every industry I was in, I was the top salesperson in my group, in my agency, sometimes the country. Sometimes I was there for a while and built big organization and sold. Sometimes I just sold and sold to multiple companies, but I've been very, very successful in sales. First of all, it's all intentionality, right? So if you're ever around me, I have stuff I write out all the time. A lot of it's about what I need to do better at. When I'm on the phone trying to close somebody, if I didn't close them, I'm writing out 2 or 3 things they said to me that sidetracked me, and then I start role playing with myself. I record myself, so I start doing like my own scripts. I record them like to myself and role play, so I have those so I can work on them. Anything you do, the more you do it, you develop that muscle memory, right? The problem in sales is most people, when they're unsuccessful, every time it's like a machine gun. They just change all the time. The shotgun approach is, buckshot everywhere. And you never get a chance to actually build something that's repetitive, productive, and duplicatable. For me, I didn't want to have those reactions. I want to be very intentional about what I change. Just because you didn't say yes doesn't mean my opening on the phone or in person was wrong. It might have been my closing. If I don't make the sale, it may not have been my closing. I may have set myself up to fail with my opening, right? And what I'm going to tell you that I did very well and still do to this day when I'm selling things and selling myself and negotiating deals is I'm evaluating you immediately, and I'm controlling the dynamic and situation based on the way I talk and I present myself to you. I'm observing everything you do, every move you make, how you react, every single thing you do, I'm watching. I'm learning, I'm paying attention, I'm trying to figure you out. But the thing that you have to present to your clients unequivocally 100% of the time is the fact that you want to be confident and not egotistical. So some salespeople I see are very egotistical, low self-image, really annoying. It's not 1956. It doesn't work anymore. People don't like them by nature. If you look at the people that people tend to like in the world today, and numbers don't lie, it's not the egotistical people. They love confidence. But the minute we think that the ego kicks in, we start to just tune you out. We don't like you. How do you build confidence and trust with people without it coming across as being egotistical? You say a lot of things that are very intentional and very controlling. First of all, you let people know what your objective is so they don't have to try to figure it out. That's transparent. That takes strength. Hey, Tom, let me explain the purpose of why I'm here. You fill this out. You wanted to make X purchase. My job is to sell the product that you want to buy. It's my job. Now, I don't need to sell you, Tom, because you already know you want to purchase it. That's why you made the inquiry. What my job is to make sure I find the best product, best option for you and your family, explain everything, answer any questions you got, but we already know that you decided you want to make this purchase. And I need you to hear me on something, Tom, before we get started. You know when a good time for a new bill is or money out of your pocket? Never, Tom. So the idea that you're going to talk to me about, well, it's not a good time. It's never a good time, but you have a need and a want. But if you're waiting for a perfect time to add a new bill, there's never going to be a perfect time because most people want to keep as much of their money as they can. But you need and want this product. That accomplishes a number of things. Number one, you're in control because you're completely transparent. Number two, you're taking away the objection of, I'm going to look, I'm going to window shop, I'm going to kick tires, I'm going to walk around. We know there's never the perfect time for a new bill, but you have a need or a want or both for this product. You wouldn't have inquired. You wouldn't have walked onto my lot. You wouldn't have come into the showroom. You wouldn't have done those things, Tom. So I'm here for you. I'm going to answer any questions you got. We're going to find the best fit for you and your family today. Also, Tom, you have to understand that what a lot of people will do when they need or want something is they'll go look at it. And as they're looking at it, that'll serve a purpose for 2-3 months. They want it immensely, and then they leave because they feel like they got out of their system. They come back 2 or 3 months later. I'm not your guy. I'm here to help you get into what you want. I'm here to help you put that plan in place for your family. I'm here to help you purchase this home for your family. I'm here to help you buy this car. I'm here to help you. And then if I get pushback, I go, well, explain to me, what was when you filled this thing out and when you walked in off the lot, when you walked into my showroom, what was on your mind? And again, when you start to present like that, people tend not to bullshit you because your strength will supersede the stupidity that will come out of their mouth. When you're a parent, when your kids say something stupid and obnoxious and you go, dude, just do it because I told you to. I'm a lot bigger and meaner than you and I ain't asking again. I pay for the roof over your head to go do it. And they just after a while stop. But if you have no control and you let them walk all over you, they'll never stop saying stupid things. Clients are the same way. So once they realize that this guy's serious, and also you explaining that, hey, Tom, I appreciate meeting with you, but I understand I have a lot of people to meet with. I got appointments all day long today. So I'm glad I was able to get you in. And Tom, that's no BS either. I'm really busy. There's a lot of desire and there is a lot of demand for this product, which is why I'm here. When you start to level set, you take control of a situation. That's the first phase. The second phase is people are still going to, in some way, shape, or form, maybe try to push back. The magic is you're in control while they believe you're making joint decisions because they're okay with joint decisions. They don't want to be spoken down to. They don't want to be dictated to either. Me being vulnerable and me talking to you about that's not dictatorship. That's a partnership, but I am in charge of the partnership. And hey, Tom, if I was buying, you said you work at, steel manufacturer. And if I was buying steel beams because you manufacture them there, I would call you and ask you for help. And Tom, to be honest with you, you'd be my professional that I don't know a lot about steel beams and the integrity of them and what they look like and what I should buy, what I shouldn't buy, what's a good price. I don't know what those things are. So I would lean on you. And Tom, tonight, I expect you to do the same thing with me. This is what I do for a living. I know more about these products than anybody you'll ever meet in your entire life. So I'm here to help fill that void for you. So what I'd like to do, Tom, is if I was saying to you, yeah, but blah, about steel beams, what would you say to me? What your client's going to say? I would tell you that you don't know what you're talking about. Good. I'm not going to say it to you, Tom. It's rude, but let's both, you and I, proceed like you don't know what you're talking about. This is what I do. It's not what you do for a living. So it's getting you to understand that. So you're still continuing to have to control that situation. So it's the opening that you have to be great at. And also, when I say full transparency, they might say something stupid, like you were early, you were late. You're here to sell me something to try to take control of the situation, to which you just react. I don't care what you say. If you go, well, come on in, man, but I don't have all night to be sold. And I just say, hey, Tom, if you don't mind, man, and my hands go like this. All this is important. The way you talk, your pattern interrupts. Tom, with all due respect, that you are Tom Smith, date of birth. Yeah, okay. I want to make sure you did fill this out, right? You filled this thing out. Okay, you did. You did do that, right? Okay. All right, because I have tons of people to meet with, Tom. So if this idea is you think I'm bothering you when I'm trying to get you the information that you actually requested to see if you can get this product and put it in place for you and your family, or buy this for you and your family, or make this purchase and move on from your car or your house, or this individual siding, or getting a new roof, or getting life insurance, or whatever it happens to be, Tom, make sure we're on the same page. I have plenty of people to meet with. And one of the most empowering statements in sales that I've made, and you should make it, is, Tom, if you buy this today, I'm not going to retire. And if you don't buy it today, I'm not going to go broke. You don't have any impact on me financially. I get paid for what I do. Don't get confused. But I have more than enough people to meet with, and the numbers are going to be the numbers. So I just want to make sure I don't want to be treated in a way where I'm bothering you or I need you to do this. Because let me be clear. I think you need you to do this based on but I don't need to do this. Once you start taking and you start identifying the relationship, because you got a client over here and you're over here, and everybody's kind of maneuvering for control and position. And some people need less, some need more. And don't be confused by the people that don't say much, where you think oh, they're going to buy it no matter what. I'm not going to do any of this. I'm just going to get to it and I'm going to sell them. Then you get through your presentation where they don't say anything. And they go, no, I'm good. I appreciate it. You didn't lay the groundwork. You didn't talk about there's never a good time for it, so they're not going to be kicking tires. You didn't do all those things because you got lulled into a false sense of security because they were nice, because they nodded their head, because they didn't argue. you still have to do your work throughout, because when you get through that process and you start talking about here's what we're going to do, you start level setting that you don't need them to do this, that you're not contingent upon them, they don't control your situation. When you do all of that, then you're going to move to the closing. And most people think they can sell, but they can't close. If you don't close, you ain't. Bottom line is, when everybody tells me I'm a great salesperson, I'm really good at sales, I go, give me your numbers. And there are guys that are online talking about being a great closer. They ain't never sold shit. I am a great closer. Sorry, I am. I don't apologize for it for any other reason other than it just seems like the right thing to say, because people get weird. I'm great at it. I'm great at it because I know what I want to accomplish. I'm great at it because I do my work leading up to it. I do everything from a strength-based approach. I'm never going to be in a position where I feel like I can't be honest, transparent. I tell every client, no matter what happens today when I talk to you, I won't lie to you. That's their number one fear. The number one fear is not being sold. Their number one fear is being lied to. Number one fear. So I said, let me explain something to you, Tom. No matter what happens here tonight, I'm always going to shoot straight and tell you the truth. No matter what happens, I'm always going to shoot straight and tell you the truth. So I need you to hear that from me. And that alleviates a lot of that pressure. Pull that pressure away. Release that thing. So now I'm in this place where I've done all those things. I've included them even though I'm in charge. Here's what we're going to do. And I get down to, we identified what they need and what they want. We identify what the price point is, and now I got to close them. I got to sell them, right? First of all, at that point in time, you should already assume you're making the sale. So you need to just move forward. What happens, a lot of people get there and they try to sell again. You've done all your work. Now you're here. Now all your deal is, so Tom, all we have to do at this point in time is go ahead and make the first payment. Tom, all we do at this point in time is make the down payment. Tom, all we have to do at this point in time is get your banking information. We start drafting your account monthly. All you have to do. And you can't tiptoe in there, because if you're afraid, they'll eat you alive. Oh, we got to start this night? If Tom, since you want the product, we did all this work, you know you need it, you know you want it, and you're eligible, yeah, it starts immediately. Well, I wanted to, Tom, explain to me why you would ask for a product with all due respect. Get all the information. We already acknowledge no time's a great time for a new bill, but you need and want this. What would stop you from getting it today? Explain that to me. Because the only thing that's going to stop them from getting it today is you're not going to stand up for them, not to them. To them is arguing. You stand up for them. You get in their corner. You explain why they need to do this. And you don't get remotely emotional, because then your argument of I don't need this, then it becomes bullshit because they think you need it. The argument of you're the one that's in charge, you're the professional, oh, you're in charge unless there's dysfunction, but all of a sudden you get emotional. No matter what Tom says, doesn't say, I said, Tom, I hear you on all that, but none of that changes the fact that you need this and that you want it and that you're able to get it. So here's what we're going to do, Tom. We're going to go ahead and put this thing in place immediately. This protection for your family, this purchase you want. Here's what, at the end of the day, it takes a lot for somebody to reach out to you, to walk onto your lot, to walk onto your job site, to show up to your open house, to inquire about your business opportunity, to say, I need life insurance for my family. All those things require a lot. Don't disrespect how much desire and want they have for your product. Don't. By just going, well, if they buy it, they buy it. They don't, they don't. Because there's value in what you sell, and you better be able to articulate that value to me. I don't care what it is. When I was doing roofing inside and I realized how much money it saved people, what the damage could be if they didn't, what weather was like in that area, how much more money it would cost if we needed to strip it instead of lay over because we're doing this, and here's why. Like, I was passionate about what I was selling, and if I didn't believe in it, I wouldn't sell it. If you say, well, I can't talk about my product like that, I don't believe my product, get another sales position. That's the other part. Like, a lot of you are selling things that you don't even believe in. Could I do that and be good? Sure. Do I want to do it? No. Could I be great? No, I wouldn't believe in the product like that. I mean, if I thought it was hurting people, I wouldn't sell it. But even if I was like indifferent about it, no, I want products that I'm passionate about. That way, when the client's deciding they're not going to make a purchase or trying to convince me they're not, I hold my ground. And I went out after so many people are like, I met with him, I met with her, I met with a couple. They wouldn't buy. Nobody's going to get them to buy. They're just not going to buy. It's just they're not going to buy, Sean. I mean, I wish they would. They're not going to buy. I'm like, okay. And I would go out there and I would sell them. And I would do exactly what I just talked about. It's in phases. Your initial contract and you demonstrating strength. You're not going to be weak. They're not in charge. You making that connection. You building the trust with your transparency. You level setting about why you're there and what you're doing. You explain that they shouldn't be jumping up and down to spend $257 a month aside from the fact that they need and want this product. They should be ecstatic, but new bills are new bills. When a kid is born, you don't go like, damn it, what am I going to do with it? You have new bills. Like, take care of your kid. It's the way that it works. It's what we do. Something happens to your car. Oh, man, the head gasket blew. New bill. We just handle it. You need and want transportation. You need and want to provide for your kid. You need and want this product. You wouldn't have inquired about it. You find out why they want it. What makes them feel better about it? Is it safety? Is it protection? Is it enjoyment? Is it luxury? Is it keeping up with the Joneses? I don't know what it is. Figure out what it is. Ask enough questions. And every time you make a deposit and share something about you that you think will connect you with them, then you build a better relationship and you get closer to closing. And then when you get to closing, you act like they're supposed to buy it. You act like there's actually no other choice. You act like anything else would be so insanely ludicrous you can't even fathom it. And when they say things that are remotely emotional, it don't matter because you've already explained to them you don't need them. You do not need them. Don't control you. Where people act up is when they think they're in control of you. They think that if they don't do it, you're going to freak out. Nope. I'm just going to meet with somebody else who needs and wants this product. Then I explain the downside of not buying it today. Whether it's price point, the economy, the car you're driving now and the condition it's in, the house you're in now is too small for your family, you don't have any life insurance, you want this, the product you want at your house, the roof that you're trying to hold on to, what it could do damage-wise, what the insurance company may or may not think about your claim like we've already identified it's a problem and you should fix it, and how long do you know it was leaking and not leaking. So the roof itself's not warranted, but the house is insured, but if you knew you're supposed to fix it and you refuse to fix it, then it's not. I walk them through fear of loss too, and then I talk about being honest with them. I talk in terms of here's what we're gonna do, and then I close you because that's what I do. You give me a product, I meet with you over the phone, in person, or through Zoom, and I sell you the freaking product you wanted. That's how you close. That's how you get great at closing. And if there's anything else that I can help you with, please don't hesitate to reach out. We're going to keep doing this because we're trying to help people that are in the sales industry, sales profession, independent contractors get better at what they do. And unfortunately, a lot of you are trained by people that never sold the product. Stop listening to them. Go to a company where the people that train you have actually sold or are selling the product, because the ones that aren't cannot help you. They don't know what they're talking about. This stuff will be foreign to them. So appreciate y'all. Like, subscribe. Please share us with somebody that's in the sales business that needs to hear it. And I always look forward to your feedback.